ball in the strike zone and give the defense a chance to work.
Kansas State's lineup brought to you by Norman Regional Health as their leadoff hitter Chuck Ingram steps in. There you see Ingram, Jones, Culpepper, Day, English, Rivera, Lobliner, Bishop, and Pelletier. And the first pitch of this game is outside a ball. Other than Brady Day, who we talked about off the top, Rich, who jumps out at you in this K-State lineup?
This leadoff hitter, Chuck Ingram, hitting .340 with 7 home runs and 20 RBI. That's pretty good numbers for a leadoff hitter. And he's also got 6 for 10 stealing bases, so he's doing a pretty good job producing as a leadoff hitter.
Wichita State transfer, very familiar with the Sooners. They're familiar with him. Swing and a miss. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ingram, a senior from Belton, Missouri. How about your keys to the game brought to you by Riverwind?
Well, it's going to be pitching and defense for both games, especially when you're playing good competition. You got to be able to throw strikes and take care of the ball. Both of these teams have been a little rough fielding the ball lately, but they've been able to throw a lot of strikes on the mound and get a lot of outs.
1-2 from Davis to Ingram. Swing and a miss. Braden Davis, a strikeout to start us out. 3 starts ago, Braden Davis, 7 no-hit innings against West Virginia.
Yeah, just a high fastball. Got to buy him.
The Sooners ended up completing that combined no-hitter against the Mountaineers. That was a game 1 Friday night. Since then, his last 2 starts have been a little bit rough, certainly not as dominant as he gets a swing and a miss from Brendan Jones. But what is going on tonight has been going on a lot recently. That is the wind blowing out fiercely. So been tough on all pitching lately. Ball and a strike to the speedy center fielder. Brendan Jones leads the Big 12 in stolen bases with 18 on the season. Left on left matchup. The 1-1 is a swing and a miss.
He's off to a pretty good start so far. Fastball looks really good.
Jones, a .306 hitter on the year. 1-2. Low and away. Wildcats coming off a Wednesday win over Wichita State. .306 hitter on the year. 1-2. Low and away. Wildcats coming off a Wednesday win over Wichita State. They swept Houston in conference play, took 2 of 3 from Cincinnati. They've lost their last 2 Big 12 series. Popped up foul and out of play. Those last 2 series against Texas and last weekend in Orlando against UCF, dropped 2 of 3. This is a good squad. 1 spot ahead of OU in the RPI as that one's pulled foul. There's a lot of similarities. RPI, where they are in the standings statistically between these 2 teams at this point in the season. Two balls and 2 strikes to Brendan Jones. And he got him. Like a changeup there. 2 outs. Back strikeouts.
Pulled the string on him there. Like I said, he looks really good. That changeup, if he keeps throwing his fastball the way he is and locate that changeup, it'll be a long night for Kansas State hitters.
Here's the dangerous Kalen Culpepper now, one of the most highly thought of collegiate players in America, a projected top 30 pick in the upcoming Major League Draft. Baseball America preseason All-American. He takes strike 1. He's homered 7 times this year. And he's hitting .328. Outside, a ball and a strike. Junior out of Memphis, Tennessee, Kalen Culpepper. 2 outs, nobody on in the Wildcat top of the first inning. Fly ball into right. Routine for Madron. And a nice start for Braden Davis. He puts the Cats down in order. Sooners grabbing the bats for the first time when we come back in Norman. It's Friday night, Big 12. We go. Here's how the Sooners will roll them out tonight. Their lineup brought to you by Norman Regional Health. The freshman Jason Walk is the table setter, followed by Bryce Madron, Easton Carmichael, Anthony McKenzie, Michael Snyder, Jackson Nicholas in the 6-hole, Pettis Mudler, and freshman shortstop Jackson Willits after him. We talked about Jackson Nicholas off the top, Rich. Who else jumps out at you in the Sooner lineup?
Well, obviously, another great hitter. We've got several of them, but I like Easton Carmichael. He's hitting 347. He's been really clutch the last few weeks for this team.
On the mound for Kansas State, Josh Wintrobe, a veteran, grad senior from Littleton, Colorado, transfer from Augustana College. Wintrobe's played a lot of baseball. He's, I think that's one of the reasons Pete Hughes likes him on Friday night. Nothing phases this guy.
Yeah, he's been through a lot, and he's a strike thrower. So I look for him to throw a lot of strikes. I mean, he's only walked 5 guys and has 49 Ks. So I'm hoping the OU offense can start getting after him early in the count.
36 strikeouts, as Rich mentioned, only 5 walks on the year. 0 walks on the road this season, making his 7th start. Wintrobe will start by facing Sooner center fielder Jason Walk. John Spikerman injured back in the TCU series about 4 weekends ago. That's the normal Sooner leadoff man and really the spark in this OU lineup. He's expected back in a couple of weeks and is available to pinch run this weekend. In his hands, this guy has filled in superbly. Freshman out of Ackworth, Georgia. Walk carrying a 9-game hit streak into action tonight. The 0-1 is lined foul. Walk homered against the Cowboys on Sunday in the series finale, the rubber game up in Stillwater that gave Oklahoma the lead in the middle of that game. Of course, Cowboys would put together a big 7th inning and eventually win that game. And it's a strikeout for Wintrobe. He'll start the bottom of the first the same way Braden Davis started the top.
Yeah, just another high fastball. Got him to chase. Those are hard to lay off of.
Bryce Madron now. Senior from right down the road in Blanchard, Oklahoma, putting together a fantastic season. He's got a 12-game hit streak. He takes the first pitch a little inside.
Madron, Carmichael, and McKenzie, they can really hit. They're fun to watch.
Big power and a compact body. 5'8" Bryce Madron, but this is just a chopper. Wintrobe flips it on to Bishop, and there's quickly 2 outs in the Sooner first. 2 up, 2 down for the aforementioned Easton Carmichael. Carmichael, the catcher on this team when the season started, but it's been mostly DH on the weekends of late. Scott Mudler's been so good for them behind the plate. Can't take Carmichael's bat out of the lineup. He's been raking all year, 347 average. And he rips that toward left center field. That's up the alley. Extra bases off the H. Carmichael into second with a 2-out stand-up double.
Good piece of hitting. He got a fastball, and he just drove it to left center. I think that's what they're gonna have to get to him early. Yeah, he just stayed behind that ball really well. That ball's middle.
9th double of the year for Carmichael. And the first scoring opportunity of the night belongs to OU. Anthony McKenzie now. Switch hitting third baseman. He takes a slider for strike 1. McKenzie has reached base safely in 15 straight games. In the dirt. You mentioned getting after K-State early. That's really going to be an objective for Oklahoma all weekend. Wildcats might have the best back end of the bullpen in the Big 12, maybe one of the best in the country. They do not give up late leads. Change up for a strike, 1-2. Of course, it's Jackson Wentworth and Tyson Neighbors. The 1-2 punch for them out of the bullpen. They are 15-0 leading going to the 7th this year, 20-0 leading going to the 9th. McKenzie takes one high, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Coach Hughes has talked really highly about those guys.
Carmichael at second with 2 away. Wintrobe, the 2-2 to McKenzie. Just misses. Wintrobe thought it was strike 3. He started the walk to the dugout. Full count. Michael Snyder on deck if he loses McKenzie. Here's the pitch. Lifted foul and out of play. The Sooners started hot in conference play with back-to-back sweeps of UCF and TCU on the road. They have dropped back-to-back Big 12 series as well against West Virginia and Oklahoma State, 2 of 3 each. Fly ball popped up, shallow left center field. It'll be Ingram, the left fielder, and the inning is over. Sooners get a double but leave a man. We head to the second, no score here in Game 1 between the Sooners and the Wildcats. 77 stolen bases on the year. That is most in the Big 12, 7th most in the country. First pitch swinging, fly ball center field off the bat of Brady Day. Jason Walk drifting back onto the edge of the warning track has it. Long fly ball, 1 out. That'll be one of the most intriguing matchups this weekend, I think, Rich. Mudler's been very good against opponents trying to run. Kansas State loves to run. Whoever wins that battle may have a leg up.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they run obviously just as much as Reggie Willits likes to run. So it's going to be interesting to see who can steal the most bases this weekend.
Freshman Nick English now for K-State. It's the first pitch low from Braden Davis. Out of Olathe, Kansas. 284 hitter on the year. He's got a team-leading 13 doubles. There's a strike. When these two teams got together last year in Manhattan, it was a K-State sweep. Outside, 2-1. Wildcats not happy that they were not invited to the NCAA tournament, and the Sooners were. Perhaps understandably so. There's a strike on the changeup, 2-2. Of course, it wasn't Oklahoma's fault. It was the NCAA selection committee, but I think, nevertheless, maybe the hard feelings on the Cats' part. Swing and a miss. He went off speed again, Rich.
Yeah, another good slider. Like you were saying, them not getting invited to the tournament, and Coach Hughes talked about it a little bit, is their RPI, and they've had to schedule a little bit different this year, like traveling midweek to play better teams.
They have really ramped up the non-con road games at Tennessee and Clemson. When they leave Norman, they will head to the East Coast for 2 midweek games at UConn and at Northeastern, as the first pitch misses inside to Daniel Rivera. And it has indeed resulted in a spiked RPI this year. They're 25, OU's 26 coming into play tonight. Be a homecoming for Rivera when they head up to UConn. He's from Connecticut, New Britain, Connecticut. Senior hitting .250 on the year with 2 homers. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 2-0. A little bit outside, 3 balls and no strikes. Pete said, we openly talk about being snubbed and the RPI every day with our team. We don't shy away from it. It is motivation for sure. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Rivera. First base runner of the night for the Cats. Kansas State picked 5th in the preseason Big 12 poll. Oklahoma picked 6th. Last time they played here in Norman 2 years ago, Sooners took 2 of 3. Kansas State hasn't won a series, a 3-game series here in Norman against the Sooners since 1971. Jaden Lobliner now. He's the DH tonight. Cats have their first base runner. Swing and a miss. Lobliner, the righty, gets the DH call tonight against the lefty on the mound. Kansas State has dominated left-handed pitching this year. 7-1 record against left-handed starters. Swing and a miss, 0-2, and they're going to see 2 lefties in starting roles this weekend. Braden Davis tonight and Grant Stevens on Sunday. Davis jumps in front 0-2 on Lobliner and gets him to fly into right field. Madron camping, side retired. A walk, a man left. We've played an inning and a half in Norman. No score. Friday night in the Big 12. Tomorrow, and again, pretty hard on Sunday. Going out to left center, at times straightaway center. This park can play small, Rich Hills, when the wind's coming out of the south, and it's going to be coming out of the south all weekend.
Yeah, for sure. And these guys need to, on the mound all weekend long, they're going to have to try to keep the ball down in the zone, try to get balls. They get pitches elevated in this type of weather. It can be dangerous.
Michael Snyder, the Washington transfer here. It's a great pickup for Skip Johnson's team, hitting .316, a team leading 37 runs batted in. He jumps ahead in the count 2-0. Woodland Hills, California.
Yeah, he's a big kid. Him and Frederick are giants, it seems like.
Fouled off. Snyder has doubled in 6 consecutive games. Got a team leading 12 two-baggers on the year. Shadows of the press box there, moving across the infield. The 2-1. Swing and a miss upstairs. Nicholas on deck. Pettis after him in the Sooners second.
Good swing there. That was a good pitch to hit.
18 of Snyder's 37 runs batted in on the year have come in conference play. Those 37 RBI, 4th best in the Big 12. The 2-2 from Wintrow. And that's ripped into left center field. It might be 7 straight games with a double. At least a double. Snyder's going for 3. And he's there. A leadoff triple.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. He just missed the pitch before that. Got another fastball, and he didn't miss that one. Ball's right down the middle. And up a little bit, hanging up there. Drives it into left field.
For a big guy, he can run pretty well, too. He got to third relatively easily, and now a golden opportunity for the Sooners to strike first here in game 1.
They got a shift on and the infield in. Never seen that.
Wildcats 3 on the right side of the infield, and the infield in a scoreless game. And a foul ball from Jackson Nicholas here.
Showing a lot of confidence in their pitcher to be able to get it out here with the infield in. Usually early in the game, you just play the middle back and let a ground ball in the middle score that guy.
A ball and a strike to Nicholas. He's homered in 5 of the last 8 games, 7 of them now on the year. His .380 batting average, 5th best in the league. Having a fantastic junior campaign. 1-1. Outside. This kid was a big part of the freshman run to the College World Series Championship Series. Bit of a dip back in his sophomore season last year. but he has come on strong again in his junior season. And he's ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike against Josh Wintrobe.
Yeah, Wintrobe's going to have to be careful here, because he has not been missing balls lately.
The 3-1. And it's ball 4. Outside. 2 on, nobody out. First walk issued by Wintrobe tonight. He doesn't do that often. Just his 6th walk of the season. The veteran Kendall Pettis now, the senior out of Chicago. And now the infield Rich is going to move back up the middle. Double play depth.
It's going to be interesting to see if Reggie tries to get Nicholas moving sometime during this at bat.
Strike to Pettis. Wildcats also have a very good catcher, Rafael Pelletier. He's thrown out his fair share of would-be base runners this season as well, 7 to be exact. Grounded foul, and it's 0-2 to Pettis.
That's a big at-bat for Pettis right here. Worst case scenario, try to get a ground ball past the pitcher, even if they turn 2, be able to score the run.
3 homers on the year for Pettis. 20 runs batted in. Down in the count 0-2. And he takes strike 3, a fastball on the outside corner. Good pitch there by Wintrobe. His 2nd strikeout.
Yeah, that was tough. Just froze him. Maybe he thought it was low and away, but it's too close to take with 2 strikes.
Home plate umpire Christopher Griffith tonight. And now a double play could get the Cats out of this mess. 1st and 3rd, 1 out for the catcher, Mudler. Mudler had a monster game in Stillwater last Saturday. He had a 3-run homer, drove in 6. He's homered 3 times on the season, hitting .257. And he takes a strike from Wintrobe.
Mudler's going to need look to hit the ball the other way. He's staying on the outer half.
Came in with that one.
Of course, I say that, and he fires one in there inside.
Mudler from Johns Creek, Georgia. He's a Northwest Florida State transfer, as is tomorrow's starting pitcher for OU, Kyson Witherspoon. Outside. If you haven't seen the Sooners yet this year, if you're a K-State fan, Sooners picked up twin pitchers from Northwest Florida State, Kyson and Malachi Witherspoon. Kyson will start tomorrow's game. You'll see Malachi out of the pen at some point this weekend. And Mudler was their catcher in junior college. Throw to first sends Nicholas diving back in. He's been a good find. He's hit enough, but he has been outstanding defensively. Arguably the best in the Big 12 this year. And another throw to first. Sooners like to run. Nicholas not as much as some, but he does have 6 stolen bases on the year. Leadoff triple by Snyder. Nicholas walked. They're on the corners with 1 out. Here's the 2-1. And it's pulled foul, 2-2.
They may try to send him here, try to stay out of the double play.
Jackson Willits on deck. Wintrobe got the big strike out of Pettis. Here's the 2-2 to Mudler. Grounded up the middle, and it's through. Snyder scores. Nicholas on to third. It's an RBI for Mudler. And it's 1-0 Oklahoma.
A good piece of hitting. He just got the bat out there, got enough of it to get it through the middle. Pitches away, he just flipped at it. Nice to see him get ahead early here. See if Willits can drive somebody in.
Same situation now on the corner, still 1 out for Willits. What a story he was last weekend in Stillwater. Hadn't homered all year. 3 home runs against the Cowboys in Bedlam. He takes a ball high. Of course, an Oklahoma high school product, the son of Sooner assistant Reggie Willits. Oklahoma High School Player of the Year last year at Fort Cobb. He takes a rip at that one and fouls it back, a ball and a strike.
You missed that one. That was a mistake.
Willits with 15 runs batted in on the year. 10 of those 15 RBI in the last 5 games. Pop foul over the Sooner dugout. 1-2 the count. Where's the number 77 as a tip of the cap to Dad? Reggie wore number 77 in his playing days with the Angels. Nicholas at third, Mudler at first. 1-2 to Willits. Into left. That should score the run. Ingram back. Makes the catch shy of the warning track. And Nicholas jogs home. It's another run batted in for Willits. And it's 2-0 Sooners.
Yeah, good piece of hitting. Got something up, able to drive it to the outfield. Sacrifice fly. Does it mean you're old if you coach dad and son?
Is that the case for you?
Yeah.
You coached Reggie, huh?
Yeah. Coached him here at OU, and I had his son for some travel ball games.
It means you're a wily veteran, Rich. That's what it means. Jason Walk struck out to start the first. He takes ball 1. Now there's 2 more Willits brothers, by the way, in the pipeline. He's got 2 more little brothers coming along that are also fantastic baseball players. Strike called, 1-1. Mudler, the catcher at first, not a threat to run. Two and one.
I can see Walk find a way on right here and get Madron to the plate.
All 3. It'll be left-hander Owen Borema for Kansas State starting game 2 tomorrow. Righty Blake Dean will get the Sunday start for the Cats. And it's a walk to walk. Second of the inning issued by Wintrobe. 2 on, 2 out for Madron. And Wintrobe playing with fire now.
This is a big opportunity for Bryce. Wintrobe's almost doubled his walks in 1 inning.
Madron hitting .419 in Big 12 play coming into action tonight. He's 0 for 1 in this game. He's got 2 on, 2 out. Inside a slider, they shift him 3 to the right side of the infield. Brady Day, the second baseman, several steps out into shallow right field. Only Daniel Rivera at third base on the left side of the infield for the Cats. And it's 2-0 to Madron, and now Pelletier's going to jog out and try to get Wintrobe straightened out. Anything you're picking up on, Rich, with Wintrobe?
No, not really. He's just missing. I know Madron should be looking dead red right here.
Mentioned Nicholas has homered in 5 of the last 8 games. Madron's homered in 4 of the last 8 games. Got 6 of them on the year. Team leading 30 walks. It's 3rd most in the Big 12. Mudler at second, Walk at first. Here's the 2-0. Foul back and out of play. JUCO Player of the Year at Cali before coming to OU last season. Had a great year last year with the Sooners. And he hammers that back up the middle. Base hit. Mudler being waved home. He'll score. Walk easily to third. It's a 3-run second and counting for the Sooners. RBI Madron.
That's a really good piece of hitting. Beats the shift just to the right. It's right back up the middle.
Madron picks up his 26th run batted in, and now Easton Carmichael, who doubled his first time up, will be the 8th batter of this second inning. Right center field base hit. Walk trots home. Madron to third. The Sooners keep raking here in the second. It's 4-0. Carmichael's 2 for 2.
Beat the shift 2 batters in a row. They had him shifted all the way on the right side. And Carmichael just lines it up right center. That's just a hanging slider. That's not a very good pitch. That's ones hitters like to hit. The ball's just spinning bell high.
And that'll cause Rudy Darrow, the Kansas State pitching coach, to pay a visit to the mound. Well, one thing you don't want, regardless of what team you support, is for your Friday night guy to get chased early in a 3-game series, Rich. That you don't want that bullpen to have to get after it early in game 1.
Yeah, they got guys running down there. You get in that bullpen early innings on Friday, it makes for a long weekend.
Anthony McKenzie now the 9th batter of the second. He flied out to left his first time up. He's got Madron at third, Carmichael at first, 2 outs. Versatile player right here, AMAC they call him. Can play anywhere on the diamond. Bats right hand, left-handed. He's been a leadoff hitter for Skip Johnson. He's a cleanup hitter tonight. He's at third base tonight. He's played first base. He's played shortstop. Talented young man, great athlete. And he's ahead in the count here, 2-0.
Make yourself versatile like that. It's hard to keep guys out of the lineup.
Sooners were pleasantly surprised to get McKenzie back this season. They thought they were going to lose him to professional baseball. He came back for one more year, and they're happy about it. Base hit into right. They just keep hitting. Madron scores. 5-0 OU in the second. Carmichael to third.
He gets a pitch middle end. He just turns on it. Good piece of hitting.
The 5th hit in the inning. There's been a couple of walks. And Michael Snyder, who started this Sooner party with a triple, will bat for the second time in the second inning. Four consecutive have reached since Kansas State got the second out of the inning on that Jackson Willett sac fly. Walked, Madron, Carmichael, and McKenzie all singled in runs. Snyder swings and misses at a slider, strike one. And that's a base hit left center field. Carmichael scores. Into third, McKenzie. 6-0 Oklahoma. Second hit in the inning for Snyder.
Yeah, just got another pitch elevated, just hanging up there. Stays back, drives it up, drives into left center.
And that's going to do it for Kansas State starter Josh Wintrobe. Pete Hughes out of the dugout. He's going to the bullpen early on Friday night. He's asked for the baseball. New Kansas State pitcher out of the pen when we come back here on ESPN+. Jacob Frost out of the bullpen for Kansas State, the junior lefty out of St. Louis. Wabash Valley College transfer. Frost, a starter for the Cats much of the season. He's made 7 starts for them. Just his 3rd appearance in relief. 3-1 record. 7.20 ERA. Opponents have hit .254 against him. And he's been brought on to try to douse the flames, Rich Hills. These Oklahoma bats have started hot tonight.
Yeah, they hit around +1. They've been on fire. It's good to see, though. I mean, to get up early. Hopefully Braden Davis can come back out, put up a couple zeros, and get some innings. Hopefully get 5 or 6 for sure to help save OU's bullpen.
It's a happy Sooner dugout right now. Frost is a good guy to bring in to try to cool things off a bit. He'll be facing lefty Jackson Nicholas. There's Skip. Couldn't ask for much more early in game 1. Been nothing wrong with the Oklahoma offense this year. They have hit. The issues, when there have been issues, have been too many walks, too many errors. Nicholas walked and scored earlier in this 2nd inning. He's got McKenzie at 3rd, Snyder at 1st. And he takes the first pitch low and away. The 11th batter of the 2nd frame. Two and 0.
Definitely not the guy you want to fall behind to.
Popped up foul out of play. One of the things that Nicholas has done much better this year is hit left-handed pitching. It has been a weakness for him the first 2 seasons in a Sooner uniform. But he's been much better this year. Several of his home runs have been against left-handed pitching. 2-1. 3 balls and a strike. Slow chopper to second, charging Day, and he boots it, and a run scores. 7-0 OU. We'll see how they score it. Day was going to have to hurry. That was a really slow chopper in the infield.
It'd have been a bang-bang play. Good job by Nicholas getting down the line.
Wildcats have been a very good defensive team this year, but of late, they've had their struggles. Pettis, first pitch, swinging fly ball. Left center field, well hit. Ingram back to the track, and it's off the wall. Snyder scores. Here comes Nicholas. He'll score. Into 3rd, Pettis. He is out. And that will end the inning. 2-run score, though, on the double from Kendall Pettis. And the Sooners put up a 9 spot in the 2nd. An early offense.
Pizza wa hot.
Pizza wa Hot honey pizza and wings. It's the first new flavor to make you say, pizza what?
Mentioned how close these two are in a lot of statistical categories coming into this weekend. Of course, they're separated by just 1 game in the standings, 1 point in the batting average. Home runs are tight, strikeouts are close, ERAs are close. Swing and a miss by David Bishop to start the Wildcat 3rd inning. RPI, they're right next to each other, 25 and 26. Cats 25, Sooners 26. Bishop hits one into center field. Sounded like it was off the end of the bat a bit. Jason Walk is there, and there's one away. Bishop, by the way, a TCU transfer, if that name sounds familiar. He traded in purple jerseys, going from the Frogs to the Cats. Rafael Pelletier now. Nine-hole hitter and catcher here. It's always they talk about it being difficult, Rich, for pitchers when they have a long inning like that. Get back out there. Let's see how Braden Davis looks here in the third.
A lot of times they'll go down the line and play a little catch if it's too long. But see what happens. You got one quick out, so that's a good sign.
You see the numbers for Pelletier, the catcher, a 9-hole hitter, takes a strike. Got 6 homers on the year. Outside, just to clean up the scoring decision from last inning. The bouncing ball off Nicholas was ruled an error on Day. So 9 runs, 7 hits in the inning, 2 walks and an error. 3-1. You could tell Braden Davis wanted that pitch.
That was a pretty good pitch.
There's a fastball strike, 92 on the radar gun. And the payoff to Pelletier. Popped foul and out of play. Sooners have been just okay at home this year. 10-8 record. Cats have been pretty good on the road. They're 6-5. Anytime you got a winning record on the road, very respectable. Another 3-2. It's fouled back again by Pelletier.
Good job by David just coming at him. Definitely don't want to give up free bases, especially when you're up 9.
Had to chase ball 4 there. That one looked high. Battle continues. Pelletier smarting a bit after that foul ball. Home plate umpire Christopher Griffith going to let him walk off the pane. He's going to go get some new baseballs from the Sooner dugout. Game 2 here, 4 o'clock start time tomorrow. It's supposed to be even warmer than today and windier. Game 3, 2 o'clock on Sunday, even warmer. High 80s on Sunday and windy. High pop-up, right field. Madrid. 2 outs. One time through the order for Braden Davis. He gives up no hits, walked a man, struck out 3. So far, Richie looks sharp tonight.
Yeah, he looks really good. He's attacking the zone, and even a better job there, like we're talking about. No free bases. Just keep coming at him with the fastball and let him get himself out. He seems to have good command.
Ingram to third. McKenzie throw across, and it's a quick third. 1, 2, 3, go the Cats. Bottom 3, we go in Norman. 9-0 Sooners in front.
Riverwind Casino. It's always a good time. Taco Mayo. Big appetite, bigger savings. Download and save today.
Cats have absorbed an early haymaker from the Sooners here in Game 1. Oklahoma in front 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Mudler, Willits, and Walk due up. Sooners sent 12 men to the plate, scored 9 runs in the second. Mudler had one of their hits, an RBI single, and he came score. Takes the big breaking ball inside. Strike called. Nine runs without a home run, Rich. This night with the wind blowing like it is, that's a surprise.
I haven't seen that in a long time, especially from this squad. Usually when they have innings, score a lot of runs, they'll hit one or two.
Mudler up the middle again. He's 2 for 2. Right back where it came from. It's the 9th Sooner hit of the night.
2 ABs in a row, 2 base hits up the middle. Another ball up. Kansas State knows too. That, I mean, wind blows out at their ballpark a lot. Also,
yeah. Toyne Family Stadium's it can be small too with the wind out of the south.
Yeah, they know they got to keep the ball down, and so far they've been pitching up, and that's not a good recipe for getting outs.
Willits now batting from the right side. Takes one low. Mudler thought about going. Now he's a dead duck. Pelletier throws to first, and they got the Sooner catcher in a rundown. And he's tagged out. Pelletier couldn't find the ball momentarily, and Mudler thought, well, I'm going to take second. And then Pelletier found it, and that spelled trouble. Second Sooner now thrown out on the base paths. In fact, the last 2 outs have been on the base paths. Willits had a sac fly RBI his first time up in that second inning. Inside 2-0. Very promising future for this young man. Only hitting .209 this year, but that average has actually climbed quite a bit in the last couple of weeks as he's ahead in the count here 3-0.
Yeah, he got off to a really slow start. I think just the adjustment, coming from Fort Cobb, Division I baseball, but he's too good of a player to keep down.
And he's aboard on a walk. He has walked more than he struck out in his freshman season. And you can just tell by the frame, he's going to hit for power. He did last weekend, but in his college career, he's going to find the weight room a little more, and he's going to be potentially a middle-of-the-order type guy.
Yeah, all these freshmen, Isaiah Lane, Walk, and Willits, the next couple of years, they're going to put on some weight and get a lot stronger.
Walk, also a switch hitter, batting from the right side now against Frost as Frost throws over. 3 switch hitters in the OU lineup tonight. They have a 4th in John Spikerman whenever he comes back. Walk, McKenzie, and Willits are all switch hitters. Shows bunt, and that one got by into the backstop. Wild pitch will advance Willits to second.
Almost close to hitting him.
Thirteen teams in the Big 12 this season. Only 10 will make it to Arlington for the Big 12 tournament. Top 2 seeds get byes. Popped up foul. I think the south wind is going to blow enough to bring it back as it's going to bounce on the concourse. A ball and a strike to Walk, and that young man's got him a souvenir tonight. Strikeout and a walk for Jason Walk tonight. He also scored in that second inning. Center field. It's going to hang up, though, for Jones. There's 2 outs.
Hit that ball well, just right at him.
Every team in the league plays 10 conference series this year. That means there are 2 teams you don't play. The Sooners don't play Kansas and Houston. For Kansas State, they miss Texas Tech and Baylor this year. They play all 4 of the new guys. In fact, they've already played 3 of the 4 new guys. Here's Madron. Way high. Madron 1 for 2. RBI single in the second and scored. 2-0. Speaking of the new guys, the Sooners, after this weekend, no midweek game, and they'll head out to Provo. See BYU Thursday, Friday, Saturday next weekend. Beautiful. Provo, Utah. There's a strike. That baseball stadium is something else. Have you seen that
I
baseball
have
stadium?
not, but it's that part of the country, Utah, Idaho. I played in Idaho Falls. It's beautiful all through there. Montana, Wyoming.
Big mountains, right? Seem like they're right beyond the center field wall, the Rocky Mountains.
I've seen pictures of the football field, but I haven't been there.
3 balls and a strike to Madron. Carmichael would be next, 2 outs. Willits at second base. Here's the pitch. And strike 2 called. Here's the payoff with 2 outs to Madron. Fly ball into left. Ingram's back. This will stay in the park, it looks like, and he's got the catch midway back on the warning track to retire the side. Sooners get a hit and a walk, but fail to score. We played 3 full on Friday night. It's series history between these two teams. Oklahoma leads it. They've been dominant here in Norman, but of late, the Cats have had the better of it. Got that 3-game sweep in Manhattan last year. Of course, these two head coaches very well aware of each other. Pete Hughes was the head coach at Oklahoma. Skip Johnson was his pitching coach. And they both have winning records against the other school. Pete is 7-6 against OU since taking over in Manhattan. Skip is 9-7 against K-State since taking over at Oklahoma. You may say, how did that happen? Well, there was 1 year there after Pete left OU. Before he got to Manhattan, he went to Georgia to be an assistant. Skip's been at OU 7 years. Pete's been at Kansas State 6 years. And in that one season, OU swept Kansas State. Brendan Jones leads off the 4th inning for K-State. Fly ball to left, well hit. Pettis racing toward the line. In the corner, running grab. 1 out.
They can cover some ground out there. He went a long way.
Kendall Pettis will have quite the highlight reel. Career OU highlight reel when he leaves. Flipping over walls, taking away home runs. That was rather routine right there for him.
Yeah, remember, he got one taken away from him.
That's right. Is that the Lamar series, I believe?
It might have been.
Culpepper takes a ball. There's been 1 ground ball out so far for Braden Davis tonight. Big cut, 1-1. That was the Chuck Ingram ground out to end the 3rd inning. He has struck out 3. 6 fly ball outs. Them with the change up there, 1-2. I like Kalen Culpepper a lot. Preseason first team All Big 12. Very bright future for this young man. Grounded to first. Snyder will take it himself, 2 away.
He's a really athletic player. Had a little excuse me swing there.
Brady Day now with 2 outs, nobody on. Leads the Big 12 in on-base percentage, Day does, at .510. 12th round pick of the Braves last year. Turned down the Bigs to come back to K-State. Takes ball 1. We mentioned it off the top, but he's a Golden Spikes Award midseason watch list selection. That goes to the Player of the Year in college baseball. 2-0. Baseball's equivalent of the Heisman, if you will. He has reached base safely in 30 consecutive games. Ouch. Fouled it off his foot. Brady Day's in some pain. Does not look like he's wearing an Evo shield on that front ankle.
No, he's not. You do that and it hits you in the wrong spot. It's painful.
Let's hope for the best right here. He seems to be in significant pain. Rich, what do you see here?
Yeah, right off the
toe.
side of his toe, it looks like. Yeah, right off that big toe.
Boy, you just hope.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah, hope that there's no crack or break in that thing, and that it's just some understandable. Kansas State athletic trainer Blaine Burris. And now Pete Hughes going to also come out to check on his star second baseman.
Definitely not a guy they can afford to lose.
Walking a little better now. Coming off a 3-for-4 game against Wichita State on Wednesday night. Had a lot of those this year. He's looking pretty promising here. It's good to see.
Yeah, had a little jog in there.
Good to see. 2 balls and a strike to count. 2 outs, nobody on. Day steps back in. Laces that one foul. You may have noticed there at third base, that is not Pete Hughes. That's his son, Thomas Hughes, coaching third this year. Pete has always coached third base at OU and at Kansas State. In fact, his entire career he has. We talked to him yesterday about why he decided not to this year. Pretty humorous about it. He said, my instincts are not what they used to be. The line drives are coming at me faster and faster. But the main reason is easier to run the offense from the dugout. All the electronics that you've got in this day and age. There's the first base hit of the night. Not surprisingly, it goes to Brady Day. And this is going to be a double, a 2-out double.
Got a pitch. Got a pitch he can handle. He left that one up. Turned on it. Got it down the line.
10th double for Day.
Guess his foot's all right. He was running pretty good.
That's good to see. 31 consecutive games he has reached base now. First hit allowed by Braden Davis tonight, who had 7 no-hit innings against West Virginia 3 weekends ago. Took it into the 4th tonight. Nick English now takes a ball low. English, one of Davis's 3 strikeouts on the night. That came back in the 2nd inning. Inside.
You mentioned Thomas Hughes. I coached him too in travel.
Yep.
A lot of these guys.
Three balls and no strikes. Braden Davis needs a strike here. And he got one. Day at second base. Strike 2 called to English. Sooner fans trying to help Braden Davis bring down the curtain on the top of the 4th. Here's the payoff. Got him looking. Threw him a 3-2 breaking ball and locked him up. Fourth strikeout for Davis, inning over. A double and a man left on.
Walden Cleaners, where the difference is quality.
Toby Rowland and Rich Hills back with you here in Norman. Sooners in front 9-0 as we move to the bottom of the fourth inning here in game one. Easton Carmichael leads off. He's 2 for 2 with a double and an RBI single. And he takes a breaking ball high from K-State reliever Jacob Frost. Josh Wintrobe started the game tonight for the Cats, but was lifted in the second inning. Strike called. Our buddy, the late George Frazier, used to set a 15 pitch per inning barometer on whether a guy was being efficient or not, Rich. And so far, Braden Davis, through 4 innings, has thrown 59 pitches. So he's right there on that 15, just under 15 pitches an inning so far. Pretty efficient performance.
Yeah, he's been commanding the zone. You know, a lot of times to stay below that 15, you know, you get a lot more ground ball, fly ball outs. The pitch count, even when you're going well, that pitch count gets up even when you're striking guys out. He's had a good mix.
2-2 to Carmichael. Late swing and a miss. First strikeout for Jacob Frost. Here's McKenzie.
Got to pitch up, couldn't catch up to it.
McKenzie 1 for 2, RBI single in that big second inning. He came around to score. Something happens to this Oklahoma baseball team when they get into Big 12 play. Almost all of their numbers across the board, offensively, pitching, defensively, are better, and in most cases significantly better in conference play than in non-conference play this year. 2-0 the count to McKenzie. They have the best on-base percentage, the second best batting average, and have hit the third most homers in Big 12 play. They have the best opponent batting average. That speaks to what the pitching has been like. That may surprise some people. Oklahoma's pitching has been far from dominant of late, but in Big 12 play, OU has the best opponent batting average in the league, and they've given up the fewest hits and the second fewest runs. .3-0 to McKenzie. All 4. Even their fielding has been better. It's not great, but they have the 6th best fielding percentage in conference games. They're dead last if you take in the totality of the season of the Big 12. That light comes on for Skip Johnson's team when they see a Big 12 opponent so far this year.
For a while there, they said the walks and the errors hurt them, especially in that Lamar series.
Yeah. Again, though, a non-conference series. Although the walks against Oklahoma State reared their ugly head again last weekend. That was their real downfall. Snyder, fair, into the left field corner. McKenzie on his horse. He's being waved home. Throw to the plate, safe. RBI double for Snyder, and the Sooners have put up 10. Snyder's 3 for 3. He's a home run away from the cycle.
Yeah, good piece of hit. He's got something middle end, turned on it. Got to pass the third baseman down the left field corner.
And now it is 7 consecutive games with a double for Michael Snyder. We thought he had that in his first at-bat tonight, but he kept going. Got a triple out of it.
got the hardest one left for that cycle.
Nicholas has been on twice but doesn't have a hit yet. He's walked and reached on an air. He has scored 2 runs. Takes the bender in there for strike 1. (10-0) Oklahoma in the 4th. And that's behind Nicholas to the backstop. Snyder will advance.
That pitch just got away from him.
It's the 12th time this year the Sooners have scored double-digit runs in a game. Tonight, game 33. That's just over 1 out of every 3, and the Cats are going to bring the infield in again here. Good block by Pelletier, 2 balls and a strike.
Infield in with the shift.
Second consecutive game this week, OU has scored double digits. That's now 3 of the last 4. They had that 19-run outburst against the Cowboys on Saturday. Scored 11 here against UTA on Tuesday. 3-1 now, the count to Nicholas. And he walked him. Second walk of the inning issued by Jacob Frost.
Like he was trying to do too much with that pitch. Trying to overthrow it and just buried it.
5 walks now for Kansas State pitching, and that's abnormal for them. They have walked the fewest guys in the league so far this season. Pettis now, 1 for 2 with a 2-run double, was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple. There's a good breaking ball.
See if Pettis can get something up and get a fly ball to the outfield. Get Snyder in.
Lost that bender high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fun matchup tomorrow for game 2, 4 o'clock. We mentioned Owen Borma for Kansas State. Very good lefty who diced up the Sooners a year ago in Manhattan. Side 2-1. Oklahoma will counter with Kyson Witherspoon, their electric right-hander.
I really like watching Kyson pitch.
Yeah. He's got a little pizzazz out there.
And he's got a little aura about him.
Runners on the corner, still only 1 out. And they'll throw over at Nicholas. There he goes. It's a hit and run, and it's fouled back. What a fantastic career number 7's had in a Sooner uniform. Another one of the stars of their run to Omaha 2 years ago. Find a more likable young man on this campus than Kendall Pettis. Line drive off the glove of Day. They'll get the force at second. Snyder, though, scores. And it's 11-0. And Kendall Pettis picks up his 3rd run batted in. It's 23 RBI on the year now for Pettis. Assuming they score that a fielder's choice. I think they'll give him an error on that. Do you?
Now, since he got an out, it's tough. You get caught, with 1 out. Nicholas has to see the ball through, so once he drops it, he's pretty much dead in the water at second.
Mudler now. Sooners have plated 2 here in the 4th. Mudler's 2 for 2 tonight, both singles right back up the middle. And he's ahead in the count here, 2-0. Yeah, they've ruled it a fielder's choice. Oh, they got him picked off. Pettis to second, and the ball got away. He's safe.
Yeah, he was stealing there, just going first move. A lot of times you get guys pretty slow pickoff move, and if you run halfway decent, you can beat the throw down to second.
Kalen Culpepper kind of flexing that forearm, and you see the collision there between the helmet of Pettis and the glove of Culpepper. Hope he's okay. Stolen base number 54 for Kendall Pettis in his career. That ties him now with Reggie Willits on the all-time OU charts. Mudler takes a strike, and it moves him in front of another OU assistant coach, Todd Butler, who had 53. Two and one the count to Mudler. Aye, 3 balls and a strike.
Yeah, that's one list I'm definitely not on.
We're not going to find Rich Hills on the stolen
I'll be
base
way
list,
down, way down there.
Pretty good company joining Butler and Willits, though. These guys can fly. Another hit for Mudler. This one into left. Pettis gets the wave home. Here's the throw from Ingram. It's offline. Make it an even dozen for the Sooners. And Mudler's 3 for 3.
He's got a good pitch. Fastball on the outer half, and he just goes with it. Slams it into left field. Good aggressive base running.
That's left on left base hit for Mudler, too. Boy, that's a great sign. I think they came into this year thinking Mudler was a defensive specialist, and if they got any kind of hitting out of him, they'd take it. He has been a very pleasant surprise at the plate. Willits now. Curveball strike. Sac fly RBI in the second, walked in the third. Waves at that curveball from Frost. 0-2. The RBI on the sac fly in the second is now 11 runs batted in the last 6 games for Jackson Willits. Takes that one in the dirt. Pretty steady diet of Uncle Charlie's here to Willits. 2-2. And he stays alive.
Breaking balls in a row like you're talking about. See if he tries to sneak one by him.
Mudler over at first base with 2 away. Here's the 2-2 again. Slow chopper to second. Day gloves and throws out Willits to end the inning. Sooners get 3. We head to the 5th on Friday night, 12-0 Oklahoma. So far, he's kept him in the park, 2 groundouts.
Yeah, the wind's actually died down some since the start of the game. Yeah, he's been really efficient. Like we talked about, his pitch count's low. I mean, he keeps going like this, he might get through 7.
Teammates call him the baby-faced assassin. You can see why. Looks like he's about 14 years old. Had a nice couple of years at Sam Houston before transferring here. He was their closer. Wanted to be a starter. Skip Johnson said, we'll help you with that. He's been their Friday night guy since day one of the season. Starts the fifth by facing third baseman Daniel Rivera. Strike called. Rivera has drawn the only walk given up by Davis so far tonight, back in the second inning. Change up, swing and a miss. It's been a deadly pitch for him tonight.
Change up, left on right, change up, and ball tails away from the hitter. If it's on, it's tough to hit.
One ball and two strikes. This is low again. And the foul tip has hung on. Fifth strikeout for Davis. A big day in Norman tomorrow. The softball game is at 1 o'clock, and the baseball game is at 4 o'clock. And if you are unaware, those two stadiums now are, I don't know, how far are they apart now?
About an eighth of a mile, maybe.
Rich?
If that. A couple football fields.
Oh, yeah, I would say maybe a 7-iron,
Ooh.
5-iron.
For me, it's probably a driver.
A driver? Come on now. There it is. I mean, that's not far. And there's going to be that building right there in the middle is going to be where the party's at tomorrow. As starting at noon, they're going to have food trucks, inflatables. I saw a bunch of the athletes on campus, football players and otherwise, going to be signing autographs. So whether you're going to one game or the other or both, it'll be a good hang here tomorrow in Norman between Loves Field and Mitchell Park. Softball team hosting BYU. They're actually trailing that game tonight, 6-4 in the fifth inning over there right now. Jaden Lobliner, the hitter, hits it right back past Davis. Gloved by Nicholas, leaping throw. Not in time. Ball came out of the glove of Snyder. Tried to go Jeter on that one, Jackson Nicholas did. That'll be an infield hit.
That was a nice play. It's tough to get anything on that throw. You're going away from first base. You leave your feet. You got to have a really good arm to even get that ball there. Yeah, I think he might have beat it anyway, but still a great effort by Nicholas.
Second hit for the Cats tonight. David Bishop, the batter now. Flying out to center field first time up, 0 for 1. He takes the changeup low. Back-to-back changeups. Bishop waves at that one, a ball and a strike. Hey, you see a good look at the former TCU Horned Frog. One homer on the year. Up and in with the heater. Sooners would welcome a good pitching performance tonight. OU has given up 9 or more runs in 4 straight games coming into this one. It's low. And they won a couple of those. They're 2-2 in that span. Three balls and a strike to Bishop. Off the end of the bat, into center field. Jason Walk, a little hop, skip, and a catch for out number 2. Rafael Pelletier now. Pelletier flat out to right. Back in the third, 0 for 1. Swing and miss. Oh, and 2. Davis, 2 outs. The 0-2 to Pelletier. Downstairs. Grounded left side, that's going to bleed through. Pelletier found a hole on the left side of the Sooner infield, and there's 2 on with 2 out.
Yeah, it looked like a ball got in on him. Just found the hole. Instead, actually got it off the end.
First time the Cats have had 2 base runners tonight. 3rd hit in the game. And now back to the top of the order with Chuck Ingram. He has struck out and grounded out. Big swing and a miss at a fastball. Wichita State beat the Sooners 2 out of 3 times they played last year, and this guy, a pivotal piece of that Shockers team. Swing and a miss. We have run into Shockers everywhere we've gone this year as they had a coaching change, and they scattered to the 4 ends of the earth. Tons of guys transferred out. This is a good pickup for Pete Hughes here. The 0-2, got him, swinging, inning over. Strikeout number 6 for Braden Davis. He strands a pair of Cats. Halfway home on a Friday, no record, 8.10 ERA. 11 strikeouts and 6 walks for Martinez. And he inherits a deficit. Top of the order for OU here in the 5th inning. Jason Walk will get his 4th trip to the plate tonight. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Got a 9-game hit streak he's trying to extend. The right-hander slings it up there high for a ball. The walk for Walk back in the 2nd inning means he has now reached base safely in 14 straight games. There's a strike, 1-1. A 9-run 2nd and a 3-run 4th for the Sooners tonight. They lead 12-0. Three and one.
He's definitely not a guy you want to walk.
And the count runs full. Jason Walk, number 2 ranked player in the state of Georgia at a high school. The payoff is inside a ball. Second time Walk has reached on the free pass tonight. That's now 6 of them issued by the Cats. Bryce Madron drove in a run back in the second inning. He's 1 for 3. And he was aiming for the downs there. Strike 1. Another big cut, 0-2.
That was a mistake. He just missed that one.
13-game hit streak for Madron with that single back in the second. Late check swing foul. There's nobody over there if he could have kept it fair.
Yeah, with the shift on, that's a hit.
There's nobody within 60 feet of the left field line there. Up and in, a ball. Right back to the pitcher. Could be 2. And it is. 1-6-3. That was Culpepper, the shortstop, that turned it. First double play of the night. That's tricky. Double play with the shift on, but they pulled it off nicely.
Yeah, good feed by the pitcher. Set his feet, makes a good throw to second. That PFP.
Carmichael, fly ball, left center field. It's lost in the lights. They don't see it. It's down. And all the way to the wall. Carmichael's going for 3, and he'll get there. Brendan Jones couldn't find the baseball. And now Easton Carmichael's a home run away from a cycle tonight.
They just lost that in the sky. Dust right now. I think the ball got up there maybe close to above the lights.
This is the time of night when that happens the most. It's not quite dark. You see the sky there is just kind of that deep blue, and for whatever reason, that's when it's the hardest to find that thing. Hammered foul by McKenzie. 5 of OU's 12 hits tonight have gone for extra bases. McKenzie singled and walked. A ball and a strike. Swing and a miss. We talked quite a bit about the Cats' motivation coming into this series. Sooners highly motivated as well. They got swept a year ago by Kansas State. And they've heard all the talk about how they didn't deserve to be in the NCAA tournament last year. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's a series with a multitude of storylines coming into the weekend. Should be a fun 3 days. 2-2. And he strikes him out. Carmichael triples, but he can't get home. We played 5 full in Norman. It's 12-0 OU. Joined us. Certainly a flair, an Oklahoma flair to this Kansas State coaching staff. That is Dominic Dorenzo, former Sooner catcher. Played for Pete Hughes at Oklahoma, now first base coach for the Cats, graduate assistant. And, of course, as we previously mentioned, Thomas Hughes is their third base coach, also former member of the Oklahoma baseball team with his father. And a year after that, pitch is fouled up and out of play. Brendan Jones leading off for K-State here in the 6th. Still facing the Sooner starter, Braden Davis, tonight. It got past Davis. Willits got to hurry. This guy can fly, and not in time. 4 hits tonight, 2 of them of the infield variety for the Cats. Brendan Jones leads the conference in stolen bases, and you see why there. He got down the line in a hurry.
Looks like Willis kind of sat back on it a little bit. Don't know if he would have got him, maybe if he came in, but guy runs like that, you got to come get the ball.
Culpepper now 0 for 2. Runner goes, and it's fouled out of play. 18 stolen bases for Brendan Jones. He's 18 for 19. It's the 0-1 to the Cats shortstop. High. Kansas State's been the comeback Cats this year. They've got 10 comeback wins, but none of this big of a deficit. Although they've come back from some big holes. They've got 4 comeback wins this year when they've trailed by 4 or more runs. One to Culpepper. Change up again, swing and a miss.
The change has been really effective for him tonight.
Went back to the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got him. Strikeout number 7 for Davis.
Yeah, it looked like another changeup. Just chased it, kept the ball down.
That has been good for him in this one. Brady Day doubled to the wall. Last time up, 1 for 2. 88 pitches right now for Davis. Sooner bullpen starting to hop to life a bit. Here we see Will Karsten and Jet Lotus, I believe. Runner goes, and Mudler drops the baseball on the transfer. Stolen base number 19 for Jones.
Been tough to get. Going first move on the left-hander.
78th stolen base for the Cats this year. Strike call. It's a good matchup here. Brady Day's batting average now at an even 400. And Braden Davis with his good stuff tonight. Came inside with, looked like a breaking ball, 2-1. Davis won round 1 in the 2nd. Day won round 2 in the 4th. Round 3 here. Two balls and 2 strikes. Leads the league in on-base percentage, third in the league in batting average, fifth in the league in runs batted in. Certainly a candidate for Big 12 Player of the Year right here, Brady Day. 2-2. Fouled off. Kansas State's got a couple of guys in Culpepper and Neighbors, their closer, that are potential first-round draft picks. And this guy's very highly thought of as well. Jones dancing around at second base. Day stays alive, threw his bat at that one.
Yeah, he's battling. See if Brenton Davis can make a pitch here. Put him away.
Grounded to third. McKenzie gobbles, guns, got it. 2 outs. Davis wins round 3. Got to deal with Nick English now with a runner in scoring position. Davis has struck English out twice tonight. Once swinging, once looking. Likely the last inning for Braden Davis, who is now knocking on the door of 100 pitches. That's his 96th right there. He's ahead of English 0-2. Trying to end with a flare if this is indeed the finish line for Braden Davis. He's got 7 strikeouts tonight. Runner goes for third, and he'll have to go back. Game one that has so far lacked drama, and the Sooners are just fine with that. They've had plenty of that lately. Just inside 2-2. But with the way this year's gone, and the way Tuesday night went, who knows? Sooners had a 9-0 lead and saw the tying run come to the plate in the 9th on Tuesday. Full count, they'll concede third base to Brendan Jones. Here's the payoff. It's hit hard to left, and it is foul into the corner. Nice play down there by young man. Nice play. Made it look easy. 3-2 again. Nubber back to the mound. Davis bobbles it. And the first run is home of the night for K-State. It's 12-1. Just trying to hurry it a bit. It looked like to me, Richie, was going to try to come home with it.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to try to flip it with the glove.
2 outs in the inning. He had time to turn and throw to first, but
I thought he did too.
Elected for the hard route. And that pitch goes to the backstop Braden Davis might be running low on the gas tank here. Daniel Rivera, a walk and a strikeout. Here comes Skip Johnson. Sooner head coach has not indicated a pitching change yet. This might be a, how you doing? You're at 103. You need me to go get somebody, or can you get this guy? They've ruled it an error, by the way, on Davis, E1. First Sooner error of the night. Good and bad for Braden. He wears the error, but it also makes it an unearned run on his ERA, which is a rule change I would make.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to stick with him. Davis must have been convincing. English at second base with 2 outs. And a 1-0 count to third baseman Daniel Rivera. 2-0. And to the backstop again, and on to third goes English. And you got to imagine now that if he loses Rivera, that's going to be the end of the night for Braden Davis.
Yeah, I would assume
Looks
so.
like he's gassed. Three-0 count. Needs a strike. And he can't find it. Just the second walk issue. And here comes Skip. And the Sooners are going to the bullpen. Good start by their ace tonight. Struck out 7, walked 2. But he just flat ran out of steam. It'll be Jet Lotus on next when we come back. Sooners up 12-1 in game 1.
Will I have the money to send my kid to college?
Order for Synovus? Are you Synovus?
Yes. I do have a few questions.
A solid financial future doesn't happen by chance. Let's talk about your potential today.
Really good of late. Good numbers all year, but in his last 3 appearances against Lamar, Oklahoma State, and UT Arlington, 6 total innings, 1 hit, and no runs. He inherits Cats on the corners and 2 outs. English the runner at third, Rivera the runner at first. He'll be facing Jaden Lobliner. The DH is 1 for 2 tonight. Strike 1. Oh, 2. Jet Lotus, a little bit of a herky-jerky delivery.
Yeah, it's not real smooth. Like I said, he's been effective as of late.
Yep. I think that adds to his effectiveness. Swing and a miss. Lotus comes out of the pen and gets the job done. A strikeout of Lobliner. Cats get 1. Bottom 6, 12-1 OU in front. On the way the Sooners would want them to go tonight. West Virginia's down a run to UCF. That's the team OU's tied with in the standings. Cowboys and Longhorns both on the short side of the score tonight. Big 12 scoreboard brought to you by Air Comfort Solutions as Michael Snyder takes strike 1 to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Sooners in front 12-1. Cowboys have just scored a couple of runs. It's now 4-3 Cincinnati in the bottom of the 8th inning up there in Stillwater. Snyder popped up. Right side of the infield. First baseman David Bishop has it. First time they've retired Michael Snyder tonight. Sooners have done all their scoring in 2 innings. 9-run second, 3-run fourth. Nicholas has been on all 3 times tonight, a pair of walks and reached on an error by second baseman Brady Day. Strike call. Off-speed pitch misses outside. Still Preston Martinez on the mound for Kansas State. Popped up left side. I think that's going to get out of play. Rivera will give it a look, but it lands over there near the Oklahoma bullpen area. One ball and 2 strikes to Jackson Nicholas. Seems appropriate that he'd have a good weekend on a Masters weekend. See how it goes for him. A distant relative of the Golden Bear. Low and in. Grounded left side. They had him played that way. And there's 2 outs. That was the third baseman, Daniel Rivera, over there playing the shortstop position. 2 up, 2 down. Sooners have not gone down in order tonight. In danger of doing that here. Here's Pettis. Driven in 3. And a 2-run double back in the second. Takes ball 1. Strike. Another strike on the outside corner. Martinez. Little 3/4 arm slot dot in the outside corner against Pettis here. Working quickly. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the 1-2. And he got him swinging. And a nice inning for Preston Martinez. Sooners go 1-2-3. And we march to the 7th. Oklahoma in front 12-1 on Friday night.
Sports TV is brought to you by Mathis Home, official furniture sponsor of OU Athletics. The Trails Golf Club offers the perfect atmosphere for great golf and family fun. Visit trailsgolf.com. Pizza Hut, the official pizza of the Sooners.
Jet Lotus versus David Bishop to start the 7th inning. Ball 1 inside. Oklahoma in front 12-1 in game 1 of this 3-game Big 12 weekend series. After Sunday, these 2 teams will be at the midway point of conference play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bishop has twice flied out to Jason Walk in center field tonight. Fouls that one off his foot. 1-2.
Thought he might be jumping around after that one.
He seemed unfazed.
Yeah.
Played umpire Christopher Griffith making sure. Bishop says, I'm fine. Lotus got the strikeout to end the 6th. And now he hits Bishop on the shoulder. Leadoff man aboard. Sooner pitchers have limited the free base runners tonight, but that's the third. A pair of Braden Davis walks and now a hit batter.
That ball just got away from him, arm side.
Pinch hitter now for Kansas State in Pelletier's spot. Caden Phillips here. Might be giving Pelletier the rest of the night off. There's a strike. Phillips, 200 average, 1 home run. Good looking pitch. Spins one in there for strike 2. Up the middle, that's a base hit into center field right over the second base bag. Bishop waited to see it through, and there's 2 on, nobody out in the Cats' 7th. 5th knock.
Good piece of hitting. Just reached out and slapped it up the middle. Wasn't a bad pitch. It looked like it was on the outer third.
Back to the top of the order, Chuck Ingram. And I think they're going to have another pinch hitter here. Looks like Pete Hughes is not necessarily waving the white flag, but giving some other guys some opportunities with the big deficit. Kyan Lotus. So you got Lotus versus Lotus here, spelled differently. There's the K-State Lotus, L-O-D-I-C-E. Jet Lotus on the mound, L-O-D-E-S. Chopper towards second. They'll go to second and get 1. That's all they'll get. And they're on the corners with 1 out.
Good play getting the runner at second there. Didn't have a chance to turn it. Runner almost slid past the bag.
Brendan Jones now. Trying to tighten it up a bit. Singled, stole second, stole third, and came home on an error. The only run of the game scored by the Cats so far, and that was in the last inning. Takes ball 1 inside. You got Bishop at third, Lotus at first. Strike. Game 2, 4 o'clock here tomorrow. Game 3, 2 o'clock on Sunday. That one misses low. Will Karsten continuing to loosen in the Sooner bullpen if needed. Mm. 3-1.
That looked like a really good pitch.
Part of the Kansas State order coming up here. Up the middle, Willits, gloves, steps on second for 1, throw to first, not in time, and a run scores. Nice play by Jackson Willits to keep that ball from center field. It's 12-2. Brendan Jones will pick up his 24th run batted end of the year. And it'll be Kalen Culpepper now with 2 outs.
Good play by Willits. Might have taken a little extra time to get back to the bag, to touch it with his foot.
Would have been better for him to flip it to Nicholas?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because he was already, his momentum was carrying him past the bag. He kind of had to retreat back to the bag.
Culpepper lines one into right field. That'll drop in for a hit. His first of the night. And there's 2 on with 2 out. Hit number 6 for Kansas State.
Now batting for the Wildcats, second baseman number 7, Trey Day.
Brady Day. 1 for 3. He doubled back in the fourth. Strike one. We have a pinch hitter instead. It's not Brady Day. Jaden Parsons will bat, the senior from British Columbia, UCO transfer, University of Central Oklahoma. A ball and a strike. A .429 hitter in somewhat limited action this year. He is 12 for 28. Only started 7 games. Swings and misses there. I'm sure he's got some friends and family here. UCO up in Edmond, Oklahoma, up in the Oklahoma City metro area. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. A run in. The pitch. This is low. Good block by Mudler. Hit batter has come home in this K-State 7th. Lotus trying to limit it to that as Parsons stays alive with a foul ball. And the count runs full. Sooner fans trying to help out Jet Lotus. They want to stretch. Runners will be off with the pitch. 3-2. A little nubber, and we'll do it again. It's a good look at Jaden Parsons. Kelowna, British Columbia. And up the middle and into center field, a base hit. In to score is Jones. RBI for Parsons makes it 12-3.
Just found the hole.
Culpepper goes to third.
Didn't hit it hard. Just found the right spot.
That looked like Nicholas dove over the ball a little. English now. 0 for 3 tonight. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. 2 runs in. Swings and misses at the breaker. They've gone to extra innings in Stillwater. Oklahoma State with a 3-run bottom of the 8th to tie it. It's 4-4 in the 10th. There's another good sweeper. 0-2. Two on. The 1-2. Downstairs. Deuce is wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on, 2 in. Popped up. Shallow center, and Pettis can't get there. The ball drops. 1 run is in. Here comes another. And it's 12-5. Boy, we've seen Pettis make so many great catches through the years. It looked like he got that ball at first glance, but he couldn't quite get there.
And again, having to go a long way. I mean, that ball's hit on that shot right there. He wasn't even in the screen yet.
4 runs in the inning. Daniel Rivera, the 8th batter for Kansas State here in the 7th. Now closed within a touchdown. Strike called. A little bit of a hard luck inning for Jet Lotus. There have been some seeing eye singles and a flare there. Culpepper's base hit was hard hit. That's another flare into shallow right center field, but Nicholas got to that one. And that'll end the inning. The Cats, though, get 4. Time to stretch in Norman. Things have tightened up a bit. Now 12-5.
Little hug around the chicken that's so perfect in every bite.
Sooner Sports TV is brought to you by Walden Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com.
All right, everybody's good and stretched and ready to finish this game off. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Cats go to their 4th pitcher of the night. Right-hander Andrew Evans is on, the sophomore, 6'5", out of Olathe, Kansas. 8th appearance, 6th in relief. You see his record there, 3-1, ERA of 9.53. The strike thrower Rich, 14 strikeouts, just 3 walks.
Yeah, it seems to be the norm for most of these pitchers on the staff. A lot of strikeouts, low number of walks. But as a hitter, it gives you a lot more opportunity to attack balls in the zones. You know they're going to be there.
Mudler tries to shock the Cats, shock the stadium by laying down a bunt, but it goes foul. Nice job by K-State reliever Preston Martinez. 2 innings tonight, just gave up 1 hit, no runs. 12-5 Sooners. Mudler 3 for 3. Got a couple of runs batted in tonight. 91-mile-an-hour fastball from Evans. 1 ball and 1 strike. That one's upstairs. Oklahoma trying to finish this one off. If they could, it would be their 10th quad 1 win of the year. That's a top 50 RPI win. Strike called, full count. They're 9-5 right now. They've played 14, and after this weekend, they will have played 17 quad 1 games. That's why they have, as of start of day, the number 2 strength of schedule in the country as Evans strikes out Mudler. Could be number 1 after tonight. Probably not, though. UCF has number 1, and they're on the road at West Virginia tonight, so they'll probably stay number 1. Willits, just 0 for 1. A walk and a sac fly. 5 straight retired by K-State pitching. Evans misses low. Big frame here, 6'5" pitcher on the mound. Two 2-0. That's fouled off to the left. That won't be a fake dog bark on Sunday. It's Bark the Park here on Sunday afternoon. So we will be joined by, I don't know how many, dozens, I would imagine, maybe more, of man's best friend. Always one of my favorite days. Are you bringing your dog, Rich, Sunday?
No, I don't think so. He's too lazy.
He can hang in the booth with us.
He's spoiled.
The 3-1. All 4. Jackson Willits has walked for the 2nd time tonight. And back to the top of the order. Here's Jason Walk. Still looking for his first hit, but he has drawn a couple of walks as well. Uncharacteristically wild night for Kansas State pitching. They came into the night leading the Big 12 in fewest walks issued on the year. But 7 free passes tonight. It's a pretty common thread in college baseball. You walk guys, you're going to lose. Oklahoma knows that well. 1-1.
You got to throw strikes, that's for sure. Give them free bases, unearned runs.
Ripped, double play. Hard hit ball right at David Bishop, and that'll end the inning. Walk lines into a 3 unassisted double play. And we head to the 8th in Norman. Game 1 on Friday night, 12-5 OU leads.
Mathis Home is now a proud sponsor of Oklahoma Athletics, and we have
12-5 as we move to the 8th inning. Kansas State offense tonight, 8 hits. They've managed 5 runs, haven't homered. Neither team has homered tonight. 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position tonight. Nice 4-run 7th inning. Trying to get a little closer here in the 8th. They'll be facing a new Sooner pitcher. It's right-hander Dylan Crooks, the junior from Euless, Texas, Paris Junior College. He pitched Tuesday night against UTA, faced 3 batters, retired 2 of them. And you see his numbers there on the year, pretty good. This is, for our K-State viewers tonight, this is Jimmy's little brother. You might remember Sooner catcher Jimmy Crooks from a couple of years ago on that College World Series team. He'll start by facing Jaden Lobline, 1 for 3. Crooks' first pitch of the night is a strike. Oh, 0-2.
Good job by Crooks attacking the zone. Like Skip always talks about, solo home runs won't beat you. Just go right at guys and let them get themselves out.
Lifted into left center field. Walk calling for it. And there's one away. It'll be David Bishop now. He was hit by a pitch to lead off the 7th and came around to score. 0 for 2. Sooners got after it early tonight with a 9-run 2nd inning. They sent 12 men to the plate. Added 3 in the 4th to make it 12-0. K-State scored 5 unanswered since then. Check swing, foul ball. Oklahoma 5 outs away from taking game 1. Popped up. Who wants it? Mudler near the screen. Nice play.
That was a tough one. That ball was sky high.
Look at this reach. Oh, no cone with the catcher's mitt. Had it the whole way. Never a doubt. 2 up, 2 down for Crooks. Caden Phillips now. He singled his first time up in the last inning. catching. And he takes a strike. Yeah, you're right. Skip's going to love this out of Dylan Crooks. Filling up the zone, the 0-1. 0-2. Cats have gone in order in the first and third tonight. Crooks trying to do it again here in the eighth. Here's the 0-2. Center field, walk and fly, and he got there. Inning over. Nice job, Dylan Crooks. Last chance for OU to add some insurance. Bottom 8 we go. 12-5 OU. For the Sooners, they've had a good night, Rich Hills, at the plate. 8 for 18 with runners on, hitting .500 with runners in scoring position tonight.
Yeah, 8 hits with 2 outs. That's impressive, too. Like you said, the offense, they obviously had the one big inning, but that's going to do it every day and twice on Sunday.
A lot of smiles in that Sooner dugout. They need 3 outs to take game 1. Trying to add to their 7-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. They'll still be facing Andrew Evans, the big K-State right-hander on the mound. Madron, Carmichael, McKenzie due up. Bryce 1 for 4 tonight. First pitch swinging, ripped into center field. That turns around Caden Carl out there, but he's got it. There's one away. Several defensive changes over the last couple of innings. Carl in center, Kyan Lotus now in left, Jaden Parsons in second, Caden Phillips catching. Carmichael, home run away from the cycle. Doubled in the first, RBI single in the second, tripled in the fifth.
Wind's picked up. He gets one in the air, might go.
It's exactly what Michael Snyder needs as well. Nice play at shortstop. That ball was stung, but Culpepper's there. And there's 2 away. 2 hard hit balls here.
Yeah, 2 good swings by Madron and Carmichael for outs. But all you can do is hit it hard. You can't control exactly where it goes.
McKenzie, last OU player to hit for the cycle, by the way, Tyler Hardman against Arkansas State back in 2021. This is going to be a quick bottom of the 8th. McKenzie grounds out, and we head to the 9th. Nice work by Andrew Evans on the mound for K-State. Sooners need 3 outs for game 1. Of this all-important middle of conference play series here this weekend. West Virginia down a run right now to UCF in the 6th inning in Morgantown. If that score were to hold, and OU could get 3 outs here without giving up 7 runs, the Sooners would once again be in first place all alone in the Big 12. But there's still quite a ways to go in that Mountaineer game. It's just a 1-run game. Cowboys rallied to walk it off in extra innings tonight against Cincinnati. Kyan Lotus leads off. Brooks misses inside with the first pitch of the night. Just 3 pitchers so far tonight for Skip Johnson: Davis, Lotus, and Crooks. One and one. Sooners trying to move to 2-0 on the week. And Put 3 of the last 4 in the win column. 1-2.
It's always big when you can win Friday night.
Great pitching matchup tomorrow. Tyson Witherspoon and Owen Borma. Trying to get him to chase a little higher there, and Lotus didn't go after it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It'll be Grant Stevens, Blake Dean, your pitching matchup here on Sunday afternoon in the finale. Sooners shifting Lotus 3 to the right side, and it's a strikeout. 1 gone. Fastball right down Chautauqua.
Good pitch. He's coming right at him like he did last inning.
9 Ks now for OU pitching tonight. Braden Davis had 7 of them.
Try to add to that double-digit strikeout games.
Sooner pitchers have struck out 10 or more batters in exactly half of their games this year. 16 of the 32 games they've reached double digits. They need 1 more to do it tonight. First at bat here for Caden Carl tonight. He came into play center field in the 8th. Popped it up. Looks like Snyder at first wants it. 2 outs. And the Sooners are 1 out away. Galen Culpepper. Great start from Braden Davis on the mound tonight. Plenty of offense. Just the script Skip Johnson drew up for this one.
It's nice when things go as planned.
A lot of baseball still to be played, though, this weekend. First pitch to Culpepper is a strike. 1 for 4. Singled and scored last time up. Sooners trying to move to 4-0 against the purple teams in the Big 12, too, after they swept TCU down in Fort Worth a few weeks back. 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs, nobody on. And they're down to their last strike now. Dylan Crooks. Time is called by Culpepper. That wind, by the way, which has been of note tonight, will be howling on Saturday for game 2 of this series. Out. Here's the 1-2 from Crooks to Culpepper. Ball game. Got him looking. Win column Sooners. Game over. Oklahoma takes game 1 on Friday night by the final of 12-5, and they got their 10th strikeout.
Yeah, just froze them with a slider. Outer third.
Well, Oklahoma jumped on them early tonight and rode it out. A 9-run second.